Welcome to Theme Park by Design, where we break down theme park lands and attractions to find the best theme park placemaking experiences in the world. We use 5 categories to evaluate the land or attraction, and each are worth 20 points, which gives us a maximum score of 100 points. Today, we are going to evaluate Fantasyland at the Magic Kingdom, so let's get started. Before we get started reviewing our categories, we first need to get the lay of the land. Magic Kingdom's Fantasyland is broken into 4 main areas. The first is the formal castle and courtyard, which is surrounded by the rustic village and woods. At the edge of the woods and village is where the circus has set up shop. And beyond the woods is the seacoast. So let's get started with kinetic energy. Fantasyland is filled with this kinetic energy. One element used to activate the land is water. Its soothing sounds and movements can be found throughout the land. From the Rapunzel area with its waterfalls and quiet streams, to the rocky waters of Beauty and the Beast and Be Our Guest restaurant. This kinetic element is also used at the plunging tropical waterfalls of Voyage of the Little Mermaid. Water helps bring nature alive into this land. Beyond nature, many of the rides in Fantasyland also activate the environment, from the horses of Prince Charming's Regal Carousel, to the spinning motion of the Mad Hatter teacups, and the soaring elephants of Dumbo. These attractions generate lots of movement throughout Fantasyland. Two other rides also take center stage and add a lot of energy to the land. These are the Barnstormer roller coaster and the very well-placed Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. This mine train coaster generates a lot of kinetic energy throughout the land with its multiple areas of guest interaction. With all this action going on, we give Fantasyland a 20 out of 20 for kinetic energy. Next up is architecture. Potentially the most iconic theme park centerpiece in the world is Cinderella's Castle, with its beautiful spires that soar high above Fantasyland. Close to the castle and its inner courtyard, we find stone buildings with their archways, ornate multi-pane windows that are punctuated with towering chimneys. As we get closer to the edge of the castle courtyard, English Tudor architecture takes hold with its first floor stone and second floor window structures, helping blend the architecture of the castle with the surrounding village located just outside its walls. A third style of architecture is used within the courtyard for the Prince Charming Carousel, Mickey's PhilharMagic, Peter Pan, and It's a Small World. This style invokes a medieval fair feel with its tent-like structures, decorative flags, and vibrant colors. Outside the castle walls, the village takes shape with its small wooden buildings, quaint fountains, mixed with English thatched roofs that harken back to an old, quiet English village on the edge of a forest. We also find in this area gargoyles standing watch on the stone bridge as you walk to the Beast Castle. Unfortunately, one area that fails in the architectural immersion in the land is the lack of transition between Tomorrowland and Fantasyland. In the Little Mermaid area, stucco and stone buildings with their barrel tile roofs bring the feel of the tropical Mediterranean seaside coast to life. Finally, Storybook Circus's carnival structures, towering tents, and brick train station round out the architectural offerings of Fantasyland. Because of some missteps and some poor separation between lands, we give Fantasyland a 15 out of 20 for architecture. Next is landscaping. Landscaping enhances each of the 4 sections of Fantasyland. From the window box planters and ornate flower beds, the landscaping of the castle courtyard brings a sense of formality, but lacks shade that is desperately needed in the Florida sun. The village and wood areas incorporate shade trees and thick ground plantings to reinforce the forest environment. The seacoast area is filled with tropical plants and towering palms, reinforcing the coastal feel. The landscaping overall throughout Fantasyland is beautifully well done, but the lack of shade is the main drawback. We give this area 17 out of 20 score. Lighting. Lighting can bring a whole new dimension and experience to the park. In the castle courtyard, recessed and hanging lights, along with lighting in the windows, create a soft, comforting glow into the land's walkways. Near the castle is one of the most enchanting locations in Fantasyland. Cinderella's Fountain is given a whole new life after dark with its beautiful lighting. Taking center stage in the castle courtyard is the bright lights of Prince Charming's carousel. The lighting scheme of Peter Pan and It's a Small World area is enhanced through the transparency of the building facades, housing the ride's queue and boarding area. This adds additional depth to the lighting design of the land. In the village woods area, hanging lanterns bring a more subdued glow to the land's walkways. The multicolored floodlighting of the Little Mermaid area brings the seacoast alive. While in the whimsical Storybook Circus area, vibrant uplighting on the buildings and billboards are accentuated with stringed lights throughout the area. The overall lighting scheme for the Fantasyland area works perfectly with its different themes, so we give it a 20 out of 20. Finally, we take a look at signage. Signage in the courtyard area has a more elegant yet rustic look, while in the medieval fair area, the three-dimensional signs of It's a Small World and Peter Pan add another layer of depth to the building facades. In the village area, the more subtle signs of Belle's Enchanted Tales and the rustic look of the Seven Dwarfs and Winnie the Pooh bring out a woodlands feel. In the Storybook Circus area, signage varies from the billboard of the Barnstormer to the fun and kinetic movements of Dumbo. Overall, we give signage a high mark at 18 out of 20. So as you can see, there are many reasons Fantasyland is one of the most loved theme lands in the world. Its placemaking is beautifully done, so it gets an overall score of 90 out of 100. So how would you have scored Fantasyland? Do you agree with us or have different thoughts? Let us know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button for additional Theme Park by Design videos and more from Orlando Experience. And thanks for watching.